computer, okay? All right, everybody, happy Thursday. So good to see all of your faces. There's quite a few of us in here, so that's exciting. We have a really exciting team huddle today. We are closing the year. 2020 has been quite a year. Jamil asked me a few days ago, in one word, how would you describe 2020? And I told him I would describe it bittersweet, because for, obviously COVID, politics, all those things played a game this year in our lives. But also for me personally, I had my baby, in March. 2 days before the shutdown, I had her. And and our team has grown exponentially. The lives that we've impacted as a team together has been phenomenal. Just when you would have thought that we were going to go downhill, our businesses exploded this year. So I'm so thankful and so grateful for each one of you. And we are so excited about 2021. Who's ready to leave 2020 behind? Like, for real, raise your hand. Like,
Here, for
over
sure.
and done with, right? Yes, so over and done with. 2021 is a brand new year. And it's so exciting because what I love about what we do is we have an opportunity to create. That's what we do. We are creators. And every single week, every single month, every single day, every single year, we have an opportunity to create. And so one of the things that I love about what we do is that we have the opportunity to create and design a life that we want. But we have the vehicle to do it. We have an incredible vehicle. If you didn't know this, we are in the top 100 fastest growing companies on Fortune magazine. We are number 2. We are the only health and wellness company in those top 100. And we, in terms of growth, we beat Amazon and Netflix and companies like that. So we are on a trend like going up. Like, the harvest is there. The harvest is plenty, and we need the harvesters. And that's where we come in, because there is nothing out there like Optavia right now. There really isn't. And you guys are the agents of transformations. We are the ones that are going to come and create impact. But at the same time, it's amazing that we can bring so much value to our lives too. And so one of the things Barb and Rubik and Karen and Rachel, all the new people are going to know is that we are dreamers. We love to dream. We believe that when you put dreams on paper, when you put goals on paper, and when you set things, you start shifting your behaviors, because now you have a vision. Now you have a map. You know you're going somewhere, and you begin to shift behaviors based and according to the things that you want to create in your life. So goals are super important to have. Literally earlier today, I sat down at Panera with my husband, and we broke down the year for 2021, what it is that we want to create in our lives. And one of the exercises that we did was a brain dump. You just kind of throw everything that's in there. What are some things you want? One of the things we're doing is we're going to Cabo too. We're going to Cabo in November, but we already have it booked. But that's already that. We have our things for every quarter. And then after that, you start breaking down into quarters, and you start building a plan. But it's exciting to be able to goal set and to dream together and to see what we're going to do. And we have an amazing, amazing time right now that I'm going to pass it over to Kim, because Kim's going to lead this exercise. And then Priscilla's going to talk about what we're going to do right when we come back together on the 7th of January. So, Kim, you want to take it away?
Yes, I'm so excited about this exercise because, when I was young and I was starting to fall in love with my husband, I remember we were young. We didn't really know much about anything other than we had all kinds of dreams. Our future was everything in front of us. And I think he was like 21 and I was 24. I'm older. And I used to babysit him. That's how we met. But so we would dream together, and I remember just sitting there dreaming about our future and what we wanted. And it was like the sky was the limit. We didn't really have like a cap on what we could dream for because we didn't know what to expect. We dreamed about how many kids we were going to have. We dreamed about, where we were going to live, how big of a house we wanted, all of those things, and everything seemed possible. And then somewhere along the way of life, our dreams started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It was like trying to just live paycheck to paycheck, trying to make it one more month. We had kids right away, and so a lot of our dreams had to be put on hold. We wanted to travel, we weren't able to do that, so it was really difficult, going through those years where we really, our dreams that we had were kind of not what we had thought we were going to have. So, as I started this business and you guys started this business, we start, like Priscilla said, we're dreamers. And so I started dreaming again and, seeing this income coming in. And not only that, but just seeing my life change, as every day I looked in the mirror, I looked different. On the 501, I started shrinking and I started seeing that dreams that I had for myself were starting to come true. And then my income started increasing with business and I started helping more and more people. And so my dreams started coming back. And then all my kids grew up. They're all older. And now my dreams are really changing. I feel like we're kind of, my husband and I are kind of those kids again, in old people bodies, and we're dreaming about what we want for our future. And a few weeks ago, we went out to coffee, like Priscilla. Priscilla is always encouraging us to dream and to write down our goals, and so that was one thing that we did, and we did this exercise. And the exercise, what we did was we postured this question: wouldn't it be cool if? And I think that that's a great question because it really helps us to open up our minds. Like, wouldn't it be cool if? And as we look at that question, we're going to do this exercise right now. And what we did, my husband and I actually wrote down all of our wouldn't it be cool if, we did pages and pages. And I said, we're going to do 50. That's what our goal was. I'm like, let's write down 50. And so we're sitting there thinking and thinking and thinking because our dreams had, like I said, we had gone for so many years without really dreaming these big dreams. We didn't even know what else to dream about, you know? So we just kept thinking about all these different things. Well, what if we had this, or wouldn't it be cool if we did that? So that's what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to have everybody get a piece of paper and a pencil, and we're going to do this together. And it's going to be really fun, you guys. And, you're going to be doing this maybe without your spouse right now, but I would really encourage you maybe to set a time aside between now and the new year to really sit down if you have a spouse and go over this together. What are your dreams for your future? What are your dreams for this next year? What is it that you're looking to, that you really just have always wanted to do? And now is the time to do it. I mean, 2021, I feel is going to be a year of opportunity. We've had all of this stuff happen in 2020. We made it. We're all still here. And 2021 is just going to be a great year and beyond. So, you guys got your piece of paper? Go like this if you have your piece of paper. Yes? Okay, awesome. And your pencil. So at the top of your page, you're going to write, wouldn't it be cool if? And what we're going to do is we're going to separate them into categories. So the first category that we're going to do is, wouldn't it be cool if? And I want you to write like 5 things about your health. Wouldn't it be cool if you ran a marathon? Wouldn't it be cool if, for me, I want to hike the 6 Peak challenge over here in Southern California. And we've done 4 already, so we just need to do 2 more. And before, I couldn't even dream about hiking up a hill. And here I am hiking 11,000-foot mountains over here. So wouldn't it be cool if you reached your goal weight in 2021? Wouldn't it be cool if, 3 years have gone by and you kept your weight off? Did you know that every year that you keep your weight off, your percentage of keeping it off goes higher and higher? So, that's just amazing. So 5 things. Wouldn't it be cool if? Okay, who has theirs and would like to share? Just come off mute, somebody. Is that Rachel? I'm going to put it on my gallery view so I can see everybody. There we go. Brandy, you want to share?
I'll share.
Okay.
Okay, so my 5 health goals would be to run a marathon. My hair is really bad.
Okay.
Dance classes, hiking. I want to do more hiking. I love being outdoors. I want to maintain my weight for a whole year because I just got to my goal weight and I'm kind of like sliding from transition into maintaining now. And then I want to build my physical strength.
Awesome. That's so good. Anybody else? What are your health goals? Your health dreams? Wouldn't it be cool if? Let's hear from one more person. Barb, you want to share?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Hey, Beth. I just saw you down there. Anyway, so living in Northern California, I mean, I'm right by the Sierra, right by the river and everything. So mine all have to do with going outdoorsy things. I really want to try stand-up paddling. I've just always been afraid to do it as a whale and, falling in the water. That I figure if I'm doing it when I'm healthy weight, then that's okay. I want to go back and hike up Round Top. It's a mountain I used to climb all the time when I was a kid. And I don't want to go, I've been up there recently, but I want to go with my husband. And I want to go snowshoeing. And I have a great bike, an old fashioned bike with a wicker basket on it. But whenever we take it out, huh? What was that?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then right now when we take it out, we actually have to take it in the back of the truck to go somewhere because it's too hilly to go down. And I actually want to ride the bike to the bike trails. And so I thought that would be good. And I want to get to my goal weight by May at the latest.
That's awesome. Isn't it going to be cool that 2021 you're getting to your goal weight? I mean, if you guys aren't there yet, 2021 is going to be your year.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, great. So the next section we're going to do is so that wouldn't it be cool for your health? Now let's talk about business. Where do you want to be with your business? Wouldn't it be cool if you were able to help 100 people next year? Or wouldn't it be cool if you were able to grow your business to, I don't know, like to Fibic size? Or, wouldn't it be cool if, so think about some business dreams that you have. Wouldn't it be cool if you had 1,000 people in your group that you were sharing health tips and all that kind of stuff? What is your goal for business? For me, it's wouldn't it be cool if we had investments? My husband and I have been talking about investing and putting money in investments, and we never, ever, ever would have thought we would have been able to do that. And that's so cool to be able to even think about doing that, and investing our money. We were just like trying to just make it, and now we're going to be able to invest. I mean, that's incredible. So, who wants to share? What are your business dreams?
Okay, I'm Beth. Hi.
Hi.
I thought I'd just mark down a couple of them. For next year, I'd like to get at least 100 new clients, like you said. That's a nice round number. I like that. And then at least 20 coaches.
That's
and then
awesome.
this is not quite the business is going to help this, but at least mark off at least 2 bucket list items.
That's awesome. And what are your bucket list items, like 2 that you could think of?
Going to see the Northern Lights would be one of them. And then taking my family on, one thing we've never done is a cruise, or I'd like to do like a huge like train ride up through Alaska or something.
Oh, that would be awesome. Good. So anybody else? What are your business dreams? Wouldn't it be cool?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Make 2 times the amount of income we have now. Have 5 times the amount of coaches that we currently have. Have investment in our company stock. And have transferred my coaches and clients into the next level, transform them into the next level, and have more clients join the company so they can transform their lives for the better.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I remember doing this once, and some of you guys may remember, Jamil had said, imagine, take your yearly income and make that your monthly income.
Yeah.
Because if your dream isn't big enough to scare you or make you think, no, I don't think that's possible, it's not big enough, right? And
No,
then if you take your yearly income, make it your monthly income, and then make that your weekly income.
exactly.
And the thing is with this vehicle, it's possible. So that's awesome. Thank you,
Very-
Henry. Anybody else want to share?
I actually want to share.
Okay, go ahead, Bridget.
I guess, can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, I'm at work, loud music and mask and everything. So for me, I put, if I can reach 80 by my birthday. My birthday's January 29th, or 23rd.
Woohoo.
29th is my daughter's. If I can at least get one person off of diabetes meds. My dad died from diabetes, so that's like one of my goals. And then double our income, that would be awesome. And then this is kind of random, but it might be business related or not, but I put inspire hundreds of friends on social media to change your lifestyle.
That's
Just,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that is so cool. And that's one of the pluses of this thing is that we're not just selling a product. We're not selling a product. We're changing people's lives, right? So, every person that we impact, we can impact for, even generations, which is awesome. I love that your goal is the diabetes medicine because that's really, that impacts people's lives like no other. So that's awesome. Great. Okay, so we're going to do another one, and it's going to be, how about your personal life? So maybe you want to travel, maybe you want to buy a home. My husband and I are looking at, we're in California, and it's crazy. So we're looking at getting the heck out of Dodge here pretty soon. So we put that on our list. We're like, let's look for a place out of state and see what that's like. So, and I never thought I'd say that, but there's a lot of opportunities. We live in a big country, so why not, And we want to travel. As soon as the travel stuff opens, we're gonna go. So those are the things that we put down. We want to own property. We want to have horses. And those are dreams that I had all the way from when I was a little kid. I wanted a horse. And so why not? Why don't I make that a reality? Why is it that it has to be a dream? Why can't I make that happen? I feel like a lot of times we have these dreams and we just, like I said, they get put on hold or they get put on the back burner. We forget about them, but those are still there living inside of us. And we have an opportunity to live out those dreams. So let's write down 5 things about your personal life. Who wants to share?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead, Cynthia.
Okay. So, it's funny, everything like I have down kind of ties into your business goals too, because in order to achieve all the personal stuff, you need the money. That's why we set goals in first place, because without money we can't do anything, right? So why did they turn off the lights? Sorry. Disney Cruise is one of them, which is in the works, but for us it's the time limitation, because we have to work to make money. So, and in the field that we're in. So, the minute that we can kind of go away for a week without having to work, that would be a great deal. So, hoping to accomplish that. I would love to get my own investment property, like on my own without my husband helping me, have the down payment and have enough from my coaching income to pay for it, like to be an adult for once, because I've always relied on him. So I would definitely want to do that. And in Sedona would be great. So you guys could all come and we could go and stay there and hike there, right, Kim? So that's another one. And pay off our current house, hopefully in the near future. Keep our 2 kids in a private Christian school that they're at right now. and be able to afford a personal trainer and karate classes, flamingo classes, without even like have to consider, the kids and making their activities and everything a priority, being able to do all of that without having to think twice about the spending. Okay, mommy. So yeah, that's on my list.
That's awesome. I love that. I love the flamenco dancing. That's going to be so fun. But I think that's great. And I love that you want to do that investment property on your own because, I think that I think you could do anything, Cynthia. And I think that would be amazing. So awesome. So let's
You know
have
what's
one more person
interesting?
share. Oh, go ahead.
One thing that I come to realize when we actually talk about this in the trainings is I don't believe that I could do it. That's why I never write them down. And, the monthly income, even when you said it now and Jamil has said it, I've even probably rolled my eyes. I have a hard time believing it's possible, or like in the business things, I put down the sixth one. It's be a great public speaker, because I don't believe I can ever be one. I don't even put in the work to do what Annika did, which she talked about the other day. It's dive in and read the books to actually be one, because you always think, and that's something that I've realized. And I know there's newer coaches here and even some like on my team, but that's what we are. We're all transparent and learning and growing together, and Priscilla, that's one thing that, I'm reading your comment, that I want to talk to you about. I realize I'm not believing in myself. And so I'm not allowing myself to want to grow because I'm not believing in it. So, but that's for another day, but that's what I just realized that, yeah.
That's so good. And that's the thing, is that the reason why we dream is because the dream comes first.
Mm-hmm.
We think that we have to have all the money and the things and then we dream. But the dream has to come first for us to know what we're going towards. Because if we don't have the dream, or we don't have the goal, or we don't know what we want, then we're never going to work for the things that we want. So that's why we have to write these things down and know what direction we're heading in. It's like I was reading in Jamil's book today, The 12 Shifts, right? And one of the things he said he used to say was, I can't afford it, or it's too expensive. And then he had to learn how to change his language into, how can I afford it? And that's how it is. It's like, if these are our dreams and these are the things that we want to do, we have to get to the place where we go, how can I afford it? If I want to go to Cabo, how can I afford that? And then we have this vehicle, this way to get there. We go, okay, well, how can I afford to get there? All I have to do is bring on this many people. Okay, well, all I have to do is just do these things and reach out and do my steps and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll get there and I get to go to Cabo, So, but if you don't have that goal and you don't have that dream, you're just spinning your wheels and you're just going to be sitting back here, twiddling your thumbs and being in the same place that you are next year where you are right now. So that's why dreaming is so important. So great. And I didn't read that chat. Yes, right. It's also who you're becoming in the process of achieving those goals. Right. And that is more priceless, because you are becoming the person that you need to be to do those things. So you are going to become the person that can have an investment property all by yourself, like an adult. Right? So that's so good. So let's do one more, and then I'm going to switch over to Priscilla Nelson. Okay? So one more person. Share your personal goals.
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead, Henry.
Of course, buy a house, whether it's in this state or a different state, it really doesn't matter, as long as you're able to buy a house. Not to think about, oh my God, when am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? Own a land back home. I've always wanted to own a piece of property back in Armenia, where I'm originally from. So it's one of my things that I really can't wait until the day comes where we're able to do that, so that it will be a vacation spot to go to, and yet at the same time, you'll be able to help somebody who is not able to have a place to live, but they're there while you're not there. Be able to travel more, help families in need who can use a little bit of help every month just to survive. And of course, college fund that the kids have, grow it to even more so that they truly don't have anything to worry about when they do grow up and the time comes for them to go to college. As we know, life is getting expensive. Prepare for those things so everybody's set.
It's so good. I love that. That's so good. Thank you guys for sharing. And I just want to say one more thing before I switch it over to Priscilla Nelson. Is, as I was listening to Jamil talk today, he mentioned something about delayed gratification. And I thought it was so important because a lot of times when we don't have these goals and we don't have these dreams and we get these checks in our bank account, we're just like thinking about the now. We're thinking about the instant gratification of what we want. Oh, I want that TV, or oh, I want to spend extra money going out to eat this month, or oh, we have this extra money for this or that. And so we want this instant gratification. But when we have these goals and we write them down and we say these are the things that we really want, it's just like when we were on the 5-in-1, you guys. It's like, yeah, I want that piece of chocolate cake, but I want my health more. And so I'm going to delay my gratification for that chocolate cake so that I can get what I really want. And that's what it is about. It's about that. I'm going to delay buying those new shoes right now so that I could have those other things later. I could have these things later. So, it's giving up the good for the great. And that's a part of dreaming. That's a part of having those goals and those dreams in the future so that you can remember why you're doing this. Why is it that we're putting our money in our savings account every month? We're doing it because of these things, right? So I just want to say that. And thank you guys so much for participating. And I encourage you guys, get to 50. Keep writing, keep dreaming. And Priscilla Nelson's going to come on and she's going to talk about what we're going to be doing in the new year, talking about vision boards and goal setting and all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited about that. So go ahead and come on out, Priscilla.
Okay, I am so excited about this part because honestly, I used to think all this stuff, vision boards and everything, was just a bunch of crap, to be honest. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I thought it was like dumb. You know what? But there's a reason why so many people, think of those top athletes and stuff. They visualize their runs or the game beforehand. And these are top level people. There is so much information about visualization. It's a real thing. And what happens is your brain, by visualizing things and by doing things like vision boards, it sets your intention, it sets your brain, it puts the focus on those things that you really want in your life. And that is what's really important about the vision board. You can't just make a vision board, put it away, or even just have it there and it's all going to come true. Of course not. That's not what it is. But having a vision board, number one, it sets your intentions on what you want. Number two, it's like it opens up your brain to focus on opportunities and things in the world that are going to help you get there, right? And so it's like that example, and I use this a lot, but it's such a cool example. Let's say you are getting ready to buy a new car, and you research and everything like that, and you find that you want like a white Cadillac SUV, okay? And that's the car, that's the model that you want. And now all of a sudden you are driving down the street and you see that same model white Cadillac SUV like flipping everywhere, it seems. Okay, it's not the fact that there are more, like overnight they morphed and there's more on the road. It's the fact that your brain is focused on that because that's the type of car that you're researching and wanting to get. Same concept with vision boards and visualization. It sets the focus of your life. And so there's a lot of science behind it. I have I haven't written books on it. I have read books on it. And you know what? There's a lot of science behind it. And I don't have to know everything as to why it works, but I had to know a little bit. I had to believe a little bit, like, well, but why? What is the science? You know, I did. And I read a great book by a psychiatrist turned life coach. And it was all about this kind of stuff. And just trust me on it. The brain, it really, really helps the brain focus. And so what I'm really excited about is we are, as a group, we are going to have a vision board party. Okay? And it is going to be in January. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you have never done one before. It doesn't matter if you're like Barb, where you have just done one with your husband on your anniversary night, which is such a cool thing that you did that last night. I mean, oh my gosh. It doesn't matter, because you know what? You can do them again, or if you've never done one, embrace the process. We're going to do it together, and it's going to be so much fun. So there's just, you know, what I wanted to do is I just wanted to come on and just prep you a little bit to just know what those things are. It doesn't take a lot of prep, okay? But you are going to want to, like, over the next few weeks, maybe head to Michael's or a craft store, something like that. You're just going to want a couple of things, okay? So one thing that you're going to want is a board, okay? And they have these at Michael's, and you know, it can be really any size that you want. This one happened to be Elmer's brand. I found it at Michael's craft store. It's kind of like what you would get for your science experiments for kids and stuff like that. So just get one of these boards. They're not really that expensive. So you're going to want a board, okay? The other thing that you're going to want to do, there's a couple of ideas about vision boards. You can use magazines. You can cut out pictures in magazines. You can also go to Pinterest, and you can like get images on Pinterest if you don't want to like invest in magazines, because they can be expensive. Yeah, like Pinterest, Kim, you already have done that. And so go on Pinterest, get some images, and simply print out images from Pinterest. Or you can go old school and pick up, you know, some magazines. This is like Oxygen, you know, about health, just all different categories, travel and leisure. And what the goal is you want to find images that speak to you. And words are okay too, quotes are okay as well. But I also read in one of the books that I read that the image is really important, because that does something, it triggers something in your brain when you have like pictures. So start collecting magazines, or start just looking up on Pinterest and think about images that really represent, wouldn't it be cool if blank in your life, okay? Wouldn't it be cool if I could travel, you know, back to Italy? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Wouldn't it be cool if I could pay for my family? You know, stuff like that, okay? Another thing that you're gonna want is scissors. You can just use a random pair of scissors, or I've had these for my daughter, you know, when she was little, and just these little fun scissors. They come and they cut all like kind of cool and stuff like that, but you only really need one pair of scissors. And then some markers maybe. And of course, you're gonna want a glue stick, right? And so, like, you know, we had 1 million of these in our house, like from all the years that we were parents. So you're going to want a glue stick and maybe some tape. And pretty much that is it. But what this is going to do is, over the next few weeks, when you're thinking about it, it's going to start setting your intentions. What is it that I really want? Wouldn't it be cool if? And don't be scared. Don't limit yourself. Don't think, oh, I don't want to put that on my vision board, because it's a vision board. And you know what? We have permission to dream in this group. We have permission to dream. And I love what Cynthia shared, that she's scared to write it down. She's scared to put things on her vision board. We all relate to that. But you know what? Let's just freaking put whatever we want on our boards. There's no judgment. And we're going to see what happens in 2021. Okay, so start gathering up those things. We're gonna, when we gather again in January, we're gonna have an awesome vision board party, and we're gonna have so much fun doing it. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Priscilla, do you have anything? Priscilla, Alan, do you have anything you want to say?
No, that was amazing, ladies. And what I'm really excited about is Cynthia was talking about how saying, I don't believe, and I'm sorry about my son. It's like bedtime for all of them, and they're just kind of hanging around by my desk right now. But what Cynthia was saying about, not believing in herself, and that's a lot of us. And your dreams and your goals should scare you. If they don't scare you, they're not big enough. And they should scare you, because at the end of the day, it's who you are going to become. It's, when I asked Jamil a long time ago, Jamil, what do I need to do to make $10,000? He told me, Priscilla, the question should be, who do you need to become to make $10,000 a month? Right? And so that's the same question. Who do we need to become to achieve those goals that we want to achieve? And so be audacious, be big with your goals. We started an exercise today. Where we're slightly seeing what we want. Keep building on that list. Challenge yourself to put 50 things down on that list. Don't be scared. Go back to who you were when you were 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old. What did that little girl want? What did that little boy want? And write those things down, because sometimes people roll their eyes at us, but I will tell you something. I have been able to achieve a lot of the dreams that I had in 2020 and 2019. They've come into fruition at the end of this year. And so that's why it is super important that you write them down. It is super important that we visualize them. And then we're going to break them down in quarters. We're going to do that next. After we do our vision board, after we create what it is that we want, we're going to break everything down in quarters so that we don't feel overwhelmed all year and we're like, okay, crap, how in the world am I going to do all this year, right? So we're going to break it down and be realistic. This is why we need to write down what we want, write it on paper. Literally, you guys, these are all my goals. I have stuff, all of this is everything that I wrote for what I want to create in 2021. And that's what you got to do too. So that'll be your assignment. So this is going to be our last team huddle for 2020. Woo-hoo! Thank you guys for being a part of Leaders in Progress. It's been such an amazing year. It's been such an explosive year. I'm so looking forward to what we're going to create in 2021. And it's going to be so much fun to partner with all of you. So we'll see everybody January 7th. And yes, anybody have any questions or anything, or we're good to go? Happy Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, everyone.